So just headed through now at 3 o'clock in London, just taking a quick check around the markets. The US session now fully underway. Obviously the main focus has been that Q2 advanced figure for the GDP reading from the United States. Did come out in terms of the headline annualized number at -1%, which was slightly better than the street estimate of -1.5. However, we moved sharply lower in the index futures, and also USTs took a sharp bid in terms of the previous annualized number of -5.5%. That was heavily revised downward to -6.4%. That allied to as well the component makeup of GDP being recalculated, being taken into this report, and looking back on the previous years, there was a somewhat large revision to 2008 as a whole in itself, as well as the fourth consecutive decline which we saw in that -1 print. That is the first time on record according to the Commerce Department. And further in the breakdown of the figures, the personal consumption number also came out at -1.2%, which was quite a bit lower than analysts were expecting. So as mentioned, we did see the initial reaction. Stocks came off, treasuries took a bid. However, as we've headed through now around half an hour since the open on Wall Street, equity markets in the US are back positive, up around 0.5% in terms of the Dow and S&P 500. We've seen a bit of a bounce with WTI crude futures. Did fall initially $2, now back positive on the session, so quite a lot of volatility in the markets for the time being as they continue to filter through those numbers. And helping some of the bid tone and some of the recovery at the moment, we've just seen the Chicago PMI number come out for July, the headline around 0.3 to 0.4 better than expected, but in terms of the constituent components, they were all mainly better than expected. Employment, new orders and production all increasing against their previous, with a slight fall in the inflation gauge in prices paid. So looking ahead then for the rest of the session, that pretty much concludes most of the data. The only thing we'll be looking out for now would be the Baker Hughes rig count for the energy traders.